clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Throwing, Jones. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
So they give up the completion there. But defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look. Go.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 27, Jones under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Chase Young
in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now Jones completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
This defense for the Packers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Murray. That's caught by Howard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Murray now on first down. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he finds Howard complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now Murray again. And he'll go underneath here to Breida. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps, though.
The First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Jones looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He'll find the Heisman Trophy winner, DeVonta Smith. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Pitch and catch there good for 13, and that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it. They got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make the power move and get it done, and that he did.
Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Jones to throw on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Operating from the gun, Jones. Man open, here is Jones. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw pulled in by Kittle.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
The kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here.
Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Aaron Jones
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT.
And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Vikings 3. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Murray. He'll buy some time right. Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Packers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jones. Complete. Smith has it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
A gain of 13 yards. First down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Vikings 3. Kevin McPherson set to kick off.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
From the 27, Murray. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
Play fake, Murray. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's 30 yards now in the last 2 plays. Back-to-back 15-yarders. And they're rolling.
2nd and 10. Now Murray off play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Play action. Now it's Murray. There he goes inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is indeed good, and that will cut the lead down to 13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Murray now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So, CD, you talk about this football team, and some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we've got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
First down, Murray. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Murray to air it out again. Flush to his right.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Murray now to throw. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida finding room to the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7.
Murray going to fire one out wide. Touchdown! Philip Dorsett, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
Well, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Wrigley. Jalen Thompson picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
At the 25-yard line, the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Jones throwing after the interception. Buying time to his left.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 28. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you don't want a coach in Charles to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Now the try here for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
62 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
First down.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing Jones. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones able to haul it in as Kittle.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Calvin Ridley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
They're going to run for it with Jones. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Well, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Murray now. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Murray.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ballgame. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Over the It's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Murray going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Murray's got to have this one. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
75 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to throw. Jones. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Murray. He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Murray.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
37, Vikings 27. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Ballantyne now from the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11th.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Daquan Jones coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From his own end zone now, it's Murray.
Going for Howard, but the pass intercepted.
Picked off by Kareem Jackson. gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Denver Broncos. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon.
Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion. They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Williams.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Javonte Williams.
His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke, and he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Prescott.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll throw again. Prescott.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think that teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. Remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Now Prescott.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play.
They've got his man complete. And he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Denver. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them, because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Locke to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Cowboys 7. Brandon McManus.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know that this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams.
And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. On play action, Locke. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. They run. It's Williams. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Locke.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the...
He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play here for Dallas.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first down, it's Elliott. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. On third down, Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get...
Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
The Broncos take over first and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, it's Gordon.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Block now on first down. Into the hands of Patrick left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Looking to throw again on second down. Locke. This is the tight end Fant.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Now Gordon on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Brent Urban there to get him down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Locke going to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They go to Elliott again. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 35-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the red zone now, Prescott. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Schultz. 7 yards, the pickup there.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now Prescott on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Elliott
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on what could be a pivotal 3rd and goal now in a tie ball game. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damontae Kazee. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now Zuerlein on to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's Locke. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Locke. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Locke, got to have this one. Finding Sutton. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Locke's throw into the hands of Fant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if attacked.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by DeMonte Kazin.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh, unblockable there as he got in there to make the stop behind the line.
On second down, Elliott once more.
3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
Maybe a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. Still going past the 30.
Like this.
And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Locates Hardman for another catch.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll set up to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
A lot of times, just that first read that you had, maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff as they run left side. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
This forward for about 3 at second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 37. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 8.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
2 yards the loss, second and 12. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They go play action here on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Back to throw again. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
Dawson Knox, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now.
Tyler Bass to kick off football.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
The throw over the middle taken in. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check 37, check 37. 19 right.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Titans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 6. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he will have the Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Titans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. But gutsy call there. Yates at the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They were already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at about the 31. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach tell us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got it at the 2. And it's a Titans touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Titans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. They're going to look to throw. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll drop the throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boy, it's only a 1-score game. 3rd quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And the Bills are going to recover. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Eluding the pressure right.
Bears it out toward the corner of the end zone.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Titans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 2nd and 2. Flushed out right. He finds Perine out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
can talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't.
Touchdown, Bills! A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 73 yards.
And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score, but bottom line, they are still on top with the football And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw now on first down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Trucks over him. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes this a 9-point game.
Titans 32.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They'll look to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Catch is made by Hardman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. He'll buy some time right. Give him a couple on the scramble in second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Back to throw. And the throw going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And that one, an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his line back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gain there for the Bills. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage.
The Bills offense staying out there as they'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near...
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.